Guys, this is Coach Danny checking in. We're going to review the film from practice for Tuesday, first live contact day of the week. I thought there were some good things there, and I think there's also a lot to clean up too. So let's go over it. First play we got on film is Dubs right, H jet sweep cold, H jet sweep cold. So we talked about this on the field. We made an adjustment on how we're blocking this. So we're going to have the Y pin the D end. We're going to have the Z pin the first, second level guy inside, and we'll have the right tackle pull out to the corner on jet sweep. For everyone else, sweep is swap. That means if it's jet sweep cold, we're running zona hot. So all the O-line should be moving over here, okay? Back is faking to the left. O-line's moving to the left except for the right tackle, okay? As far as this play goes, I think the first thing I noticed, Jordan, we're trying to pin this guy inside. So don't aim for the middle. Aim for this right shoulder right here and then try and wash that guy down to the inside. We kind of square up with him, and then he ends up fighting to the outside. Okay, it's a pretty good job by Jordan. Way to keep fighting. The one thing I would complain about here, G, is just, we got Cena coming to make a block right here for you. If you just go ahead and cut this thing up right now, there's going to be a big collision. But what happens is you string this thing out so far, and you make it a longer run for yourself. You give the corner a better chance to make a play, and ultimately, you end up getting some yards and making some things happen. But in the long run, we'll get more yards by cutting up field and going vertical. Again, just look at this picture here, G. Okay, you'll see that Cena's coming. He's going to come get this guy, right? Just cut up field. He's going to take care of that corner for you. Get vertical, get us some yards. Moving on. Okay, this play was too short for me to even see what's going on, but clearly it wasn't any good. I'm guessing it was zona cold Y arc. Don't know what happened there. Okay, next play. I don't believe we ran this one because we were doing some coaching. Yep, trying to get the scout D looking right. Okay, we are in twins. Trey right, Z jet, chug hot. Chug means the H is pulling. So we should have a pull kick by the right guard. We should have the H wrapping for the weak side backer. Okay, with this guy head up, we should be deucing this to the mic. Okay, so let's see how this thing rolls out. Go ahead and run it. Got two hands on here. Okay, that's good. But the problem is, Dom, you end up coming off this thing. All right, we can't do that. Worst case scenario, we're going to go ahead and stay thick. And if we can't get to the mic, then it is what it is. But this guy ends up coming off unblocked. Okay, that's a big problem. The other thing is flats, you're getting pressed here, which is what Westview does to the single side receiver. I'm not sure how they'll handle it in the tight set, but assuming they press, this corner's still not your guy. Remember, he's in man coverage on you. So if you go block this backer like you're supposed to, he's probably going to go ahead and run with you. So just keep that in mind, flats, moving forward. Even if you're getting pressed, you still got first, second level guy inside. Okay. The only reason you'd block this guy is if he was inside leverage with you. But head up, go ahead and get first, second level guy inside. Big problem today, Devera, are pulls. Okay, we're just not accelerating through contact. You see how you kind of stop your feet right here? We need to accelerate and drive through contact. Okay. Good job in tight quarters. I believe this is Jonah working there. And then finally, JoJo, make sure we're getting vertical and hitting what we see in the hole, okay? We basically whiffed on Emmy here. No bueno, okay? And then Jonah, you can slow yourself down a little bit too, all right? So got to drive through contact on that kick out. JoJo got to get vertical and hit the first thing you see and lock up and engage, okay? That's not good enough right there. Next play. Okay, this one is a little bit accelerated. What I see is that our kick out block on the end, we're losing inside. That's a problem. JoJo, make sure we're coming upfield on our pulls. Okay, when we go to kick out, we're coming upfield to that D end. If we come flat, we're going to lose inside. So that's the first problem. The other big thing we call key 3 for the running back here. Jonah, I know you're not a receiver. I know you don't work this every day, but your alignment was right here. We go key 3. We basically just want you backpedaling and getting width. Okay, we don't want you going backwards like this, because you're far away from your blockers and you're also losing yards vertically as well. So we got to be backing up there. Other than that, it's kind of hard for me to judge the rest of the blocking. It looks like we had a pretty solid deuce on the front side. See if Cena gets to the mic here. He does. Good. So we just got to clean up that kick out block and make sure our F is backpedaling right to left as opposed to going backwards. We don't want to go backwards. We want to get width. Good job again blocking by the receivers, but flats, you give up on this play pretty late here. Okay, right there, he goes outside, we give up. Got to keep driving. Okay, this one, we're in our base. Dubs right, H-jet, Bama cold. Okay, good full speed motion by JoJo here. Or that's Claybon, actually. That's great. Good collision, Claybon. But again, come upfield. When you hear hut, come upfield. Do not continue to get width, because if you continue to get width, this guy will slip you inside. Okay, good collision, but we're not fit up properly. Okay, we get a blitz by the Will. What I love about this is that McGuff, we're sealing inside first. We get that blitz from the Will, and you're on it. Good job. Okay, and then running back, are we staying with our guard here? Yes, indeed. We carve out a good little hole. We stick with our guard. We got our tight end on the Mike backer there. Okay, we got our receiver blocking the Sam. The guard's got nobody to hit because our receiver's doing such a good job blocking. He's just going to go ahead and continue to safety. This is a pretty awesome job altogether. Our deuce, this is, let's see, Torres and Flores. The Torres-Flores brothers. That's great movement on the first level. We are taking that double team into the lap of the Mike backer. Good job. Okay, overall, very good play there. Got to be able to run Bama Cold effectively this week. But this one's pretty good. Let's just get Clavon coming upfield in that pull. Alrighty, here we are running boot. Okay, Dub's right. H-Jet, Playboy Cold boot. So elephants on parade up front. Okay, get a good fake from the quarterback. We get that end to bite. Great job. Okay, we get out here. Is the flat open? No. Is the over open? No. There's the safety, right? Now, the problem is we have Isaiah running a 10-yard out instead of a 10-yard corner. That is your route on boot. You do end up running it correctly later in the practice, okay? If you would just run the right route, you're probably scoring a touchdown right here. The safeties come up, bite on the crosser. You're by the corner, okay? You probably score a touchdown if you're running the right route, so that's a concern. What I don't like, though, by Fuentes here, okay, Jaden, we're not forcing this ball into coverage across our body. This is very dangerous. A better player makes an interception right here, and we cost the offensive possession. 1, 2, 3. If you don't like any option, which in this case I really don't like any of the options here, I would go ahead and run the ball. Okay, do not force the ball back cross coverage. This guy's turned and run with the Y. You got all this space to work with to run, get us some yards, and keep the chains moving. Okay, we do not need you forcing the ball back inside late on boot. That is very dangerous. Do not do that. Okay, O-line, we look good. Next play. Okay, here we're running Z Denver. Okay, unfortunately, what we have is the safety. Westview's guys are going to be backing up. He's going to try and hug up this dig route right here. He recognizes the play action. So then our answer to that is the post. And you'll see that the post came wide freaking open. Okay, so that's just a mishap in the read by the quarterback. That safety drives on the dig. We got to go for the post. Okay, is what it is. Protection-wise, how do we look? We're going act zone of cold. So it's full slide right. The Y's got the end one-on-one here. Okay, McGuff, you can turn back and help if there's nobody there. So instead of just sitting here, turn back and help on the end. Okay, we're doubling the nose. Good. We're one-on-one here, hat on a hat. That looks like pretty good pass pro to me. My issue, though, Torres, we're not moving our feet, and you're throwing this guy at the end of the rep into the lap of the quarterback. We do not teach that technique. Keep your face mask in front of his face mask. Continue to move your feet through the play. Okay, we do not need you throwing guys into our quarterback. That's not good enough. Okay, dig routes covered. Fuentes progressed to the post. That post is there to keep those safeties honest. They want to drive the dig. We're going to throw it. Okay, we missed a touchdown right here. Okay, next play, we're going act Bama cold dagger. Okay, unfortunately, they're blitzing it here, so it's pretty dang hard to protect. If we do get this look in the game, we're going to need McGuff to just go ahead and take the first threat inside. I know you have an automatic kick on Bama Cold, act Bama Cold. That's the rule. But if we get a blitz, we got to secure the inside first with this puller leaving. Okay. Also, JoJo, you're lost in the sauce. Don't know what you're doing. Act Bama Cold, you should be on the DN, so that's a minus there. Okay. Dip Bam, way to pick up the first threat that comes. Good. Do we get two guys on Chris? No, we pick up the blitzer with a right tackle here. I believe that is Mr. Cena. So good job picking up the blitz there. Okay, running back, got to be physical there. And there it is. We have the dagger route. It's open. Okay, I know it's muddy back here, but we got to fire. Okay, and instead we are I actually can't see what the result of this play is. But again, it's just the pressure from the backside there. It's not allowing the quarterback to throw. Ideally, I'd like you to try and rip this thing when you see it, but it's tough because there is a lot of pressure, of course. Ideally, we don't run Bama Cold or act Bama Cold dagger into a blitz. That would be a bad play call by me, okay? But if we do get it, we need McGuff to go ahead and bang down inside. All right, next play. Okay, we are running boot out of Trey left. So this is Trey left, Z jet, act, chug, cold, boot. So on act, chug, cold, we're going to get a deep pull here. Everyone else is going to go to their gap assignments up front. Okay, the Y is going to run the deep corner. JoJo is going to bang to the push out. And then the X is going to be on the over route on this. All right, run it through. Powell, make sure we're getting our depth. So once you fake, 3 steps vertical and then go. I don't like how you're just wheeling out here, because if someone out here sees what's going on, you're going to get hit. Okay, make sure we're getting our depth. On the roll, we read this 1, 2, 3. 1 is open, 5-yard separation, throw him the ball. JoJo, way to bring it in and finish the run physically. That tackler, get off of me. And we're taking 3 guys with us. So love the attitude you're running with, JoJo. You know, you're not going to catch the ball many times this year, but when you do, we need you to make it count. You're a very tough guy to tackle when you're going hard. Okay, so we need you to bring that effort every time. That looks pretty good. All right, next play, taking candy from a baby. Okay, we know that when we go into our 3x1 sets, the Sam backer is going to be over the number 2, and the Mike stays in the box. So we got all this space to work with between the Mike and the Sam backer in 3x1. That's why we're going to live in this formation. We want to pass the ball, okay? We're simply just running double stick here. Obviously, the Y comes up uncovered. Powell, my favorite thing about this play is you're catching the snap and you're throwing the ball right now. That's freaking awesome, okay? Pass pro-wise, Cena, you know, we're getting bent back to the quarterback here. I think we need to get a little bit more width on this defensive end and square up with him. Right now, your head's inside and you're getting driven back, okay? The call is 58 here, so we should be slide right, but I like how the right guard's looking for work. Dom's big on big back there, okay? Pass pro looks pretty good aside from Cena here. Okay, next play made me kind of want to tear my hair out for a few reasons. Okay, we're in the same sets, Trey right gun and bombers. Instead of running stick, we're running ISO flip. Remember, H and Z were pushing those corner routes to those in routes to 10 yards this week, hoping to draw in this safety and get this corner route wide open. Okay, but quarterback-wise, we really want to work this F option until I see that thing pop from up in the booth. Okay, the problem that I have is I told you, Powell, to work the F option on this, and it came wide open. And for some reason, we're chucking the ball into double coverage here. Okay, boom. There it is. Just put it out here. We're probably getting a 15-yard gain with an accurate throw. Okay, instead, we're trying to throw a corner route into double coverage. Not a fan. Okay, that F option route's coming open. Pass pro-wise, we also have a breakdown. Scout team runs a nose tackle stunt, which is something that Westview will do about 5 to 10% of the time. Okay, we are slide right, but Dom, if you see the D lineman to your right go the next gap over, you got to understand something's coming out the back door. So don't just chase this guy forever. Once he crosses the face of the center, you need to turn and pick up the next guy that's coming. We don't even really get a serious hand on him, and he's got a free run at our quarterback. Okay, that's no bueno. Again, Cena, you can see this end's playing with a bit of a wide 9 technique on you. He's pretty wide, so your kick step should be wide and deep. Instead, you're just getting deep here, okay, and you're giving him this space to the edge to get right to the quarterback. So if they're playing a wide 9, we need to widen out our kick step, Cena. Okay, so we can't be going straight vertical there. And this guy's getting too close to our quarterback once again. McGuff, we're locking down. That looks pretty good. Okay, so Dom, just make sure we see stunt. Make sure we know something coming out the back door and be ready to pick it up. Okay, next play, we're running Bama Cold. Another pretty good rep. Just based up right, H-step Bama Cold. We're down blocking here. We're going to deuce to the will. Free release to the Mike, okay? Remember, Jordan, we talked we're going to work an influence block. What I don't like about this is we're not influencing the end at all. If he's head up on you, that means he's going to mirror you. So if you just go left, he's going to squeeze down left with you, and it's going to make that kick out for JoJo a lot more difficult. So jab step first, rip through, get to the mic, okay? And then the other thing, Jordan, is you're going straight to this guy, when in reality, he's going to play over the top. So we need to play this a little slower and make sure we're aiming for that outside shoulder and catching that mic, okay? I think that was the real big problem with this play is the why. Not influencing, making it a tough kick out for JoJo, and then chasing too hard on the mic. You can see kind of overrun it, and that guy beats you to the outside, okay? JoJo, are we coming upfield? Yes, we're coming upfield, okay? Pretty good upfield. We don't get the influence block we need, sticking with it, and just driving. At that point, it becomes a influence block, okay, and driving. Dom, you make a decision to go around JoJo here. I'm fine with that, given the way the block turned out. But what I love is that Jonah's sticking tight to you. We got the Z blocking his ass off on the Sam. We got Dom coming to help. We end up getting 2 for 2, and we bounce this thing out and get 12 yards. So that's pretty solid overall. Let's see our deuce block combo. Oh, yeah. That guy jumps inside. Cena, you're free. Go ahead and go to the Will Backer. That's a pretty dang good combo block. Good job. Got to run that play well. Okay? Here we are in Trey left. We're going to run Koi Cold Cap 2. Koi Cold means the Y is going to pull as well. Go to the next clip. Big problem here is that dip fam, we're just getting manhandled. Okay? Cannot happen. At the very least, if we're down blocking a guy who's bigger than us, we need to fit up to that ear hole, and we need to mirror him and make sure he doesn't get a free run. He wants to come up field. You keep working with him. You keep him off our running back, okay? Just need better effort, okay? I know it's tough, but we got to do our best to stay in front of that guy and at least be an impediment, okay? Pull and kick looks pretty good. Pull and wrap, we're getting vertical. Jordan's on his backer. We got a hat on a hat, so we might have a play here, Dip Fam, if you can just hold your ground and be a solid impediment to that nose tackle. This is just not good enough, unfortunately. Our deuce, again, we're getting serious movement. Devera staying thick. We're catching the Mike Backer. This is beautiful here, okay? Everything's good except for the center on this play run game-wise. As far as the decision whether or not to throw the RPO, I think you could argue that you could throw this cap screen here, but given that the safety's at 8 and the corner's at pressed, I don't hate that, okay? And this corner's pressed as well. So I like the decision to run the ball here. I think you made a good decision here, Fuentes. Okay? Here we go. Play 3 of our first 15. We are in Trey left gun. We're going to go F7. So the F is going to motion out to the number 2 to the right. Remember, odds are to the right, evens are to the left for the running back. And then we're just going to run all hitch. We're going to run hail, okay? So, Fuentes, we talked about this on the field. You know, you got a short throw to the X here. The corner's off by 5 yards. Pre-snap, that's probably where I'm going with the football here. However, I know what you're trying to do. You see space between the Sam and the H, and you want to throw the ball to the H. I can see it with your eyes here, right? We're looking at the H to throw, but then this Sam backer expands out, right? So if that does happen, this is the throw. This is the next throw. Put that ball on the outside shoulder. We definitely have a window to throw the ball here, okay? Anyway, we don't make the correct read pre or post snap, but I love that we're finishing the play. We're finding a way to elude pressure, and ultimately we are going to extend this thing and get a completion. So, Fuentes, you have that ability to play make. I want you to do it when what you see is not there, okay? And I think you're going to help us maintain this offense to be really efficient, okay? Up front, we get the double end tackle stunt. So we are in 59 here, which means it's a slide left, okay? So let's see how this thing plays out. We get the end to stunt inside. Does Dom pick him up? Yes, he does. Good. Okay, left tackle, we're waiting for that looper. Pretty good. Okay, Dom, let's just make sure that we're not getting blown back here on this block. Okay, he's got a little momentum on the stunt. Reposition your hands. Drop your base. You're a little bit too high, Dom. Make sure we're dropping our base and getting our feet nice and wide. Okay, Dip Fam, you can help him out there too. All right. Right guard, we're sliding left. Do we pick up the stunner? Stunner comes, we pick him up. Good. Devera, Cena, we pick him up. Good. So Dom's really in the minus here. Everything else looks really good. I like how we're passing off the stunts on this rep. All right, we're in twins. Dubs right. H-Jet. Act. Bama Cold Dagger. There it is. It's open. Throw the ball. Right? This guy's going this way. These backers are at 3 yards. They cannot compete with this pass. This ball's got to get thrown. Okay? Pass pro-wise, it looks like we have an error. I don't know how. I think this is Big Palacios. Comes free. Okay? This can't happen. Dip Fam, that's your guy. Act Bama Cold. You have the gap to your left. This is your guy. I don't know what this is, Dip Fam. I don't know what this is. We're coming upfield. We're not mirroring. We're just allowing to run through, and we're giving up on the play. That's awful. You're one-on-one. You have leverage on the guy. This can't happen. Straight kick by McGuff looks good. Double teaming the end. Double teaming the 3-tech. Everything pass pro-wise here looks good except for Dip Fam. Okay? And then quarterback, I know the protection's not perfect, but the throw's there. Let's rip this thing. Okay, let's go ahead and get our 15-yard completion and move on. Okay? That stuff is going to be there all day, guys. These linebackers are going to flow hard upfield. We got to be able to make them pay for that and get some completions over the middle. Okay? If we don't, it's going to be really hard to run the football. Okay? We gotta throw this ball right here. It's there. All right, next play. Looks like we are running. Oh, yeah, Trey right, Z-Jet. we're running chug hot slant shoot. So slant shoot means we have a slant shoot RPO for the quarterback to read, okay? And then we're just running chug hot on this side. So we should have McGuff coming off to the mic. Dom should be staying here. We should get a kick out and a wrap. I think this is by Claybon. Might be JoJo. Don't know. Okay? See how it plays out? DeVera, we're too deep, dude. You're 2 yards deep on your pull. You should open and come upfield to the kickout block. We're too deep. Okay? This is no bueno. And then again, Dom, we're just losing to Palacios here. This is crazy, man. One-on-one. He's inside. You have leverage. We work this technique in individuals to start the day, the down block technique. Your problem is you're head up with the guy right now. You should have your face mask here, and you should be driving this way. Okay? Don't get head up on a down block. Get your face mask to the play side of your hole and drive left to right. Okay? Not good enough. Okay, we have a good bang, seal, and wheel by Cena here. Good job by the tight end widening the end. Okay, mostly it's Dom getting his ass kicked by the one tech, and then we have a kick out block that's not really happening because we're too deep. We're not coming up field. Okay, that H is trying to squeeze through, but there's nothing there. Good job, Delgado, just trying to make something happen on it. Okay, quarterback, as far as the read for the RPO goes, as long as you don't see a backer jump out or a safety roll down to motion to cover this guy, then we can throw the slant shoot RPO. But Isaiah, your splits are no good. If we're running a slant, we should be at least at the top of the numbers here and give ourselves a lot of space to work with. Okay, we're running snag Dino here. This is Bombers, Dubs left gun, F flare 50 snag Dino. I think this is Delgado, and I know you haven't done this a lot, but when we go flare into 50, we're motioning. Okay, we don't stop running. We just keep getting width all the way to the sideline, and we're at this point, we're backpedaling looking at the quarterback. You kind of just sit there, and you see you get yourself into the same window with the Z, so now one guy can cover two. So that part of it is not good. Okay, we got to keep getting width on the 50 route. It's a swing route. Okay, Fuentes, I like the decision to work Dino here. We get too high coverage. Okay, my only complaint is that G should be inside releasing and trying to turn this inside backer to the inside to open up this 5 yard in a little bit more. So you do take an inside release G, but you don't cross his face. On Dino, the inside guy has to cross the face of the inside backer. Nonetheless, you do enough to affect this route. The ball's out on time. Isaiah makes a good catch, makes a guy miss, finishes the play with Yak. I love to see Yak. That's what we want. Okay? The call is 50 here, so we should be slide right. Dom, we're going to look for work, okay, because we got nobody in our gap, so we're big on big there. Good. We're double teaming there on the nose. Good. Pretty decent, except for McGuff. We're losing late. I think we overset here, McGuff. Yep, we overset. Just no need to do that. Take one vertical kick step, and we're good, okay? But the pass pro is pretty decent. Okay, this is Act, Bama Cold Boot. Okay, we got our puller. We got our H. Only thing is, JoJo, freaking run your wheel route, dude. Okay, no effort here. I know you don't think you're going to catch the ball, but if I'm up in the booth and I see this corner going with the over route, I'm going to tell Fuentes, hey, look for JoJo on the wheel. No one's covering him, right? So we have to run this every time like we're catching the ball. This is crap effort, dude. Okay, Act Bama Cold. Looks good. Everyone's going the right way. I think this is Wally. Make sure we're getting a little bit thinner. The ball's on the 10. So we should be at 1 to 2 yards, not 5, because you're going to get yourself in the same zone as this guy. Okay? My problem with this, Fuentes, I don't really think the Y's open here, right? Emmy's right in your throwing lane. Now, can you make the throw? Yes, you almost do. Okay? But nobody's covering the corner route. So let's make sure we're going through our progressions on these boot plays. If we don't like number 1, which as I'm looking at it on the film, I don't like it. I don't like the crosser. Go to number 3. Touchdown Olympian, okay? There's a busted coverage. We should have a touchdown, but we're not going through our reads. We're trying to force the underneath route, okay? No good. Good hit by Gabe, I think. Is that Gabe? Or is that – no, that's Nao. Yeah, Nao. That's a good hit, baby. That's good defense, all right? But Fuentes, we should have had a touchdown on this play. Go through your reads, man. Come on. Okay, we're in flanker. Dubs right. Assuming it's probably going to be H-Jet. And don't remember what play this is. H-Jet Zona Hot. Yeah, I love this, Delgado. This is awesome, man. So we're pressing the play side B gap here. We're working our cutback. Up front, we decided to call this an ace because that guy's head up to the Mike, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and double this to the Will. Love it, okay? Looks good. Wally, big problem here. We're getting ourselves into great position for this backside cutoff block, but your effort late in the rep sucks. At a certain point, you kind of just let go, you give up, that guy comes free. The other problem is Flores, as we work to that Mike backer, we're over pursuing a little bit. Remember, that running back's going to cut up off your ass, so we want to aim for that outside shoulder. We're kind of over pursuing this thing a little bit. The Mike do-si-does you and ends up right in the hole. Luckily, we have Delgado. He's going to make a move and get some extra yards for us, okay? This is a great job, running backs. This is teaching tape on Zona Hot. Press the B gap. It's not there. Jump cut to the backside, okay? And then once we jump cut, we find our lane, we get vertical. This looks really good, Delgado. Had Flores blocked this guy, we probably would have got more yards, okay? Wally, Flores, minus on that play. Last one. We ran this a lot against Hoover. Bunch right in bombers, bunch right gun. So we have our wide bunch. We're running Cleveland hot cap 2. In this alignment, center's got to be off. Left guard is one-on-one. Dave McGuff should be going to the mic. Again, I think our pull is no good here. DeVera, we got to accelerate through contact, dude. Don't slow down on your kick out. You got to freaking go and accelerate through contact. Do not slow down, okay? We get washed, all right? And then the other thing is we have some backside leakage on the loop here. We're running a little nose tackle stunt. So Dip Fam, you should end up picking Torres. And then Dom, again, if you see that guy go away, just know that someone is coming through the back door. We miss the looper here, Dom. Stay in your gap. Slow yourself down a little bit. There he is. There's your guy. Okay, we over pursue. We get knocked off. We don't make the block. Okay, Flores, I like that we're trying to get up in vertical here. Okay, but unfortunately, we had too many things go wrong on this play for it to work out. So that's it for the film session for today. Again, a lot to clean up, but there were some major positives too. Let's keep trucking, keep working. Let's beat Westview on Friday, baby. Let's go.